This podcast is brought to you by Salt River Pictures.
Hi, Lloyd. A little slow tonight, isn't it?
Hello there.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Stay on target.
Dylan! Son of a bitch.
Welcome to the Salt River Movie Club.
Hello, and welcome back to the Salt River Movie Club, the podcast that universally agrees that the new Foo Fighters album is shit.
No!
We are three members of the band Salt River Shakedown. I was going to power right through. We are three members of the band Salt River Shakedown. We do blues rock, classic rock, that kind of thing. All of it better than the new Foo Fighters album. However, this podcast is not about that band or Foo Fighters for that matter. This podcast is about movies we love, and sometimes movies that we not so love. This is another episode of our weekly breakdowns of Marvel's brand new show, WandaVision, and it is our favorite thing on TV right now. It's a great show.
Apparently, it's everyone's favorite thing on TV right now.
Yes, it is. To me, to you, all that.
WandaVision.
No. Marvel's new show, WandaVision. It is fantastic. I'm absolutely fucking loving this.
You sound
yes. Well, it's me. I have one mode, and it's basically this. These are little bonus episodes we have kind of more of a process to the other ones, but these ones are just a bit more of a general chat about what's been happening. Sean, control yourself.
I can't help it. That joke about the Foo Fighters got me.
Listen, I will agree our music is better than the new Foo Fighters album, but I will go there. But it's not a bad album. It's not a bad album.
Oh no.
Okay. So, first of all, over here I run out of things with WandaVision. Like I compared you to which Marvel character are you? I compared you to if I tell you we've not done which Avenger are you? Right, okay. So over here we have an Avenger. It's Alec McMillan.
Cheers. That's what I get.
No. Right, fuck. Okay, who are you? I don't know. I don't know who. You can be Falcon.
I don't know.
Wait, I'll be Bucky. I've got long hair.
That's fair.
Fair. Yeah. Okay. You can be Bucky. Are you good with a knife? Can you do those flippy knife tricks that he does?
I can make pancakes.
That is close enough. So it's Alec McMillan. How are you today, sir?
He's taking
I
a
am
quick...
splendid.
Splendid. Okay. And over here we have
Pick wisely.
It's Hawkeye. How are you doing?
I have the body of Thor and you pick Hawkeye.
Which
you can
Thor
be Thor if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yes. Hi. You can be Thor if you want. Hi, Thor. Sean Kilner. How are you? How are
I'm
you today?
all right.
Good.
Bit tired, but
you're a bit tired. Okay, that's fine.
So for you, Jake, your hair either resembles Wanda or ScarJo.
You can be
I'm alright with
ScarJo.
ScarJo. That's
less
fine.
curly.
That's fine by me. Yeah, that's fine. I can be vaguely racist in interviews. That's okay.
Oh God.
You can be Black Widow.
Yeah, cool. Okay, that's fine by me. She's badass. That's cool.
Well, this episode's now been derailed.
Yes, so we're talking today about episode 7 of
Indeed.
WandaVision. It is called Breaking the Fourth Wall.
Literally breaking the fourth wall.
Yep.
Yes, and again, we skipped ahead a little bit. We're now kind of 2010s-ish, and we're doing sort of the more modern, mockumentary style sitcom.
The Office and Modern Family.
This one is very Modern Family, but there's definitely some Office vibes about it as well. The opening theme tune for this one
It's so
is
Office.
it's a near like lawsuit level rip
Oh,
off
yeah,
of The
yeah.
Office
The
theme.
only-
It's
Oh,
so
yeah.
weird.
It's the same theme tune. It is the same. It's not even. They must have got permission or something. It's almost
It's
the same.
so similar.
Except
yeah,
they
like-
use, instead of like a band, which is the Office one, it's like more synthy.
yeah. But
So,
it's
I don't- I
extremely
can't-
similar vibe.
I can't remember the Modern Family theme tune, but maybe that's more synthy, and maybe they kind of combined the two.
It's not the Modern Family was like a big sort of big band jazz thing. Like it's
Right. Okay.
yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's this is a style of sitcom that this is my style of sitcom. This
We
is what
called
I
it?
know really well.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
the same.
No, I was fully expecting them to do this, and I'm very, very glad they did because it does suit this show a lot.
Now the question is, did anyone do the gym look?
There was
I'll
a couple moments like that at least.
I'll have to rewatch it to see if anyone did the. Like, you know,
I'm sure Vision does that at some point.
I think he does.
I think Vision might do. Agnes definitely does something like that at one point.
Oh yeah. We'll get to that.
I actually think you're right, Sean. I think Vision does it when they're stuck at the crossroads when Wanda's trying to stop them from getting back home.
Yeah.
And he's
Or
like,
was it Wanda?
they probably
We'll get to that.
Yes, Rhythm Bot in our Discord chat just thanked us for adding him.
Oh,
What the fuck?
oh, that's cute.
yeah. We have background music while we talk. Not at the
We
moment.
don't
no.
not right now.
Except we don't.
Not at the moment.
Okay. Yes. Modern Family setting. It seems to be actually. There's actually an episode of Modern Family where Claire has like a staycation, like she just spends her whole day in her pajamas at home, and this is very much the same concept.
Okay.
Which is it's kind of a classic sitcom thing, but yeah, it does feel quite like that episode specifically. Yes, Wanda has decided to have a day to herself and gets Agnes to babysit Tommy and Billy. And definitely not reading directly from Wikipedia right now.
I knew it.
Yes, we will definitely get to Agnes in a bit. But I just want to say I was right, so that's good.
You did call that, to be fair.
Yeah, well, we all kind of called it, didn't we? When you said
Yeah.
I think, yeah. We all kind of mentioned in the first few that
You're
she
right,
was
okay.
going to be Agatha Harkness.
Yeah, well, we knew she was going to be that character, but they like it like we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Synopsis first.
Synopsis first. So Wanda starts to realize that she's starting to lose a little bit of control over the universe. Parts of her house are kind of switching between time periods randomly, but just like individual bits of furniture. Vision is still in the spot we left him at the end of the previous episode. At the start of this, he wakes up and realizes that he is now inside the boundary, and sword agents around him have been turned into circus performers, including Darcy Lewis, who is now like an escape artist because she was locked up when she was brought into the thing. It's all very clever.
It's a great wee analogy on the government when they turn the government officials into clowns.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like what the writers did there.
Yeah, we see what you did. Yes, he releases Darcy using his ability to do that, which is a thing that he can do. Who then just very casually just talks about the fact that he's dead and like what happened to him, and just like does not ease him into it particularly. It's just like,
She's the
you're
best.
dead, your wife killed you.
Yeah, I thought that she was the best one to do that, like because she's just
Yeah.
like, she comes, yeah.
Yeah.
She was in the Thor film, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Yes, she's in the first two Thor
I've
films,
not seen that. I've not seen them in a while. What
Yeah,
did she
yeah.
do in those?
She was mostly comedies, like
Was she?
relief.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, she's the one that the one of the earliest Marvel memes was in Thor: The Dark World, and it was her shouting Mew Mew instead of Mjolnir.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she's used to being around superheroes and stuff.
Yeah, she knows Thor mostly. So yes. Where was I? Yeah, outside of Westview, Monica Rambeau and Jimmy Woo, the most lovable man in television, meet with the mysterious aerospace engineer that was being teased for the last few episodes, and everyone was convinced it was going to be John Krasinski. And it was! No, it wasn't. It was not Reed Richards.
Reed Richards.
he could still show up. There's still potential for that. But
Yeah, it was just like random dude, wasn't it?
it was just some person.
They kind of
Some
built it
guy.
up too much, and it was a bit. That's one thing that when it got to that bit of the episode, I was like, okay, random guy in lab coat.
Yeah.
Like, he might as
That
well
would've
be an
been-
extra. Like,
I do wonder if that's on us as fans, to be fair,
I think
because
so, yeah.
there was no actual hint to anything. She just says, "I knew an aerospace engineer." That could be anybody, you know.
I know.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like we maybe take to this is a show that's designed for theories and stuff, but yeah, that was maybe one where we got ahead of ourselves a little bit. Yes. Yes, meet with the aerospace engineer who gives them a big tank, basically, to try and burst through the wall. And they attempt to do that.
Over.
Fails.
It does not work. In fact, it turns half the truck into a different truck.
A sedan.
Yeah, it's like the front of
Yeah.
it. Front of it's like a car almost or something. Like,
Yeah.
It's like an 80s sedan type
Yeah.
thing.
It's
Yeah.
got that kind of vibe. But yeah, it might be. I thought it might be like a pickup truck or something. But
yeah, and the visual
looks like a
visual
pickup
effects
truck.
so far have been absolutely mental. It's so good.
yeah.
Oh,
That
yeah.
bit in particular
definitely.
looked very good.
At which point, Monica Rambeau decides that she's just going to attempt to get into the place herself, seeing as she was able to do that before.
Yeah.
And she struggles, and we get a few vocal cameos. There's a Nick Fury vocal cameo as she's going through. There's Captain Marvel. There's a couple of clips from our first episode in the show. Kind of going through her past, and
Yeah, her
on her
mum's
way
voice.
through. Yes, yeah. And on the way through, she seems to trigger superpowers in her. Which does kind of add to the theory that this is going to lead to the X-Men somehow. If at some point Wanda sends this around the entire planet, possibly like a certain percentage of people will become
Potentially.
mutated in some
Exactly.
way. You know?
Let's save our theories for towards the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah, wait till after because I do have something on that.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
I've got a good one as well.
Yes. She then confronts Wanda, who is becoming more and more kind of like she's starting to realize that she's slipping and losing control of all this. So Agnes takes the boys away and takes her to her house. I've lost where I was.
Monica
there's
just came through the barrier.
Yes, Monica came to the barrier. There's a confrontation between Monica and Wanda, where Wanda suggests the thing we've all been saying, where she might be the villain. And then Agnes takes her away to her house, where we realize that the kids are no longer there.
Missing.
They are missing.
Gasp.
And Wanda wanders into the basement of Agnes's house. And the whole vibe changes. It becomes quite creepy.
That witch's basement is like every creepy basement like you've ever
It's
seen.
great.
Like mold into the one. It's so
And
good.
then it gets worse.
Yeah, I know.
It's great. There is a mysterious book, which I know there are some theories around what that book is, but I do not know them personally. But yes, there's a kind of glowing book in the corner, which Adobe Flash Player, stop trying to update. Leave me remind me later.
We're technical
God.
wizards. We are tech wizards.
Leave me alone. Oh my God, every pop-up just appeared in front of you guys. Jesus Christ. Right, I'm back.
We're professional, we promise.
We are. Agnes then appears behind her and introduces herself as Agatha Harkness, which we all knew, but I don't think that was really a twist. It was more just the fact that she is the bad guy, and we get a second theme song,
So good.
called Agatha All Along, where I this is my favorite thing about this show is that, like, you know, you go for a while kind of like, oh, she's Agatha Harkness, like maybe she's the bad guy, and then it kind of starts to convince you like, oh no, maybe she's not, because she snapped out of it for a second. She seems like a normal person, and then she says that she's the bad guy. There is an entire song saying that she has been the bad guy all along, and I'm still kind of going, I don't know, maybe not.
I think
Same.
I still don't think she's the overarching bad guy. I think she's trying to deliver the children to something else.
I that's kind of where I'm leaning, is that she's a minion of
Yeah,
maybe Mephisto or something like that.
A mercenary of whatever big villain.
Yeah.
Coming in.
Yeah, I think there's that kind of vibe going on. Yes, we found out she was the one that sent Pietro and also killed Sparky, which he says directly to camera.
Yeah, right at the end. Oh, also, I killed Sparky.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
Pietro with this whole like multiverse thing is just a load of guff. She just like projected him as a projection. That's all.
Pretty
it was.
much.
Seems so. Seems so, yeah.
So like, mind when we were being suspicious on that she was trying on that Pietro was trying to find out information from Wanda. That was just Agatha
Yeah.
the whole time.
It seems to be the case, yeah. Which is, I was Agatha all along.
Which she must be hella powerful to like
Yeah.
project a being that's like, or maybe she projected him from another universe or something. It's hard to say.
It's interesting, yeah. I think possibly to mess with her, and also as a meta joke to us, she's used the image of him from a different universe almost, and like, it doesn't
Also,
seem
seem like
weird.
it is actually like Evan Peters'
No,
it looks
I don't
like a
think so.
copy that she's manipulating.
Also, if you remember rightly, that bit when she does something to Wanda, which kind of implies that she's making Wanda create the hex and like, doing all this stuff. If you remember
Yes,
that bit.
yeah, no, that is true. That is true.
It's almost like she's gave Wanda more power or something. I don't know.
Yeah, possibly kind of amplifying her in some way, or like,
Potentially.
I don't know. This show does a very good job of just dropping a bombshell on you right at the end of an episode, so you spend the whole next week going insane about what could it mean.
I want to know what's happening.
Yeah. This is why I advocate all TV shows should be released weekly. I don't like the dump it all in one go thing.
I like
Yeah.
that. I like
It kinda-
I'm not a fan of that at all. I like this. Like, you have a week to speculate and then you get the truth. You know.
I think it works different for different shows. I think this show needs to be weekly for you to properly think about it. But some daft shows like, I don't know, like Cobra Kai or something, you don't need a whole week to think about. You know what I mean?
No, this is true. But on that subject, though, can I just rant for a second out of the Marvel universe for a sec? Can the fucking like MCU fans who are just saying this show is boring because people don't punch each other constantly and there's not been an explosion yet? Like, can we? There's like, oh my god, like there's so many people that like I've seen like people like you know on YouTube just like, oh, I'm going to watch WandaVision, and people just going like, yeah, no, just skip the first 2 episodes, they're really boring. And it's just like, if you can't sit through 40 minutes of TV without someone punching someone, there is a problem there. Like, seriously.
Totally.
Yeah, there's an attention span problem.
Yeah, and like people complaining like, oh, the episodes are too short, and it's just like, they're the length they need to be. And the thing that gets me is that people complaining that like the credits are too long. There's 7 minutes of credits. Like, if they removed 5 of those minutes, the show would magically be 5 minutes longer. That's not how it works. Like, oh god,
Let the
People need
hate
to
flow
realise that
through you.
people need to realise that a lot of people work on these shows and they need the credit. And this show is that good and that high quality that it needs 7 minutes to credit everyone. Like, what's wrong with that?
Yeah,
Like,
it's also illegal to not credit someone.
I mean, yeah, exactly. And like, people go in like, oh, but then I've got to wait 7 minutes to see if there's a post credits thing. And it's like, you're on a streaming service.
You can skip
just
them if you
fast
want.
forward if you want. Like, it
people
doesn't
said
matter.
that. Have people said that?
I've seen it so much. Oh my god,
Let the hate go.
it's driving me insane. I'm not even someone that uses social media, and somehow I've seen all this stuff, and it's driving me nuts.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. Anyway, that's rant over.
Go, Anakin, go.
Yeah. Growing attention span, children is basically my message.
Yes.
Anyway,
Back to WandaVision.
last thing to recap quickly is the ad.
Oh god,
which is for Nexus antidepressants.
Oh god,
Yeah.
that fucking advert.
Grim.
Which was one of the funniest ones for me. It's again, yeah, like creepy as fuck, but like, Nexus doesn't seem to refer to anything specific.
Not I'm aware of.
No, it's just kind of more this, you know, Nexus is like the center point of a universe, you know, like it's just kind of,
Yeah. Or maybe it
term.
doesn't. Yeah, we just.
yeah, but it does seem to relate to Wanda's depression, and especially seems to be how she's feeling in this episode. And again, one of my favorite lines in the show so far is the tagline for these attitude persons, which is, because the world doesn't revolve around you, or does it?
Yeah, totally. So good.
That is a brilliant advert.
Just so funny. Yes, so that is the episode. Yeah. How are we feeling at this point? And with only 2 episodes to go, are we still enjoying it as much?
I'm so excited.
Yeah, I feel like the difference, like, see how they for like the earlier episodes there was quite a change in format, like between how the episodes looked. Like I don't know, like in like the camera style or whatever. But there's been a less of a change, I feel, between the 80s and 90s episodes and the Modern Family episodes in the way that the camera looked. Like I feel like they could have went more 80s, like more,
possibly. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it was still like crystal clear looking in the 80s episodes, so it's kind of felt a bit samey the last couple.
Yeah, no, I get you. They like even in the 50s one, like they never really bothered with like camera grain or anything like that. It was always in HD. Which makes sense, I guess, considering that it is meant to be a real world. But like, I know what you mean. Like I think the change up in sitcom styles is not as interesting as it was at the start.
That's kind of what I mean.
Yeah. But that's partially just, I think that's just a side effect of like, we now know more of what's going on.
Yeah, and
so the mystery's less, and you know.
And I kind of hope that there's some sort of reason behind the sitcom thing.
I have a theory.
I hope there's some underlying thing that makes that part of the story.
I also kind of have a theory.
Yeah, my one is basically just that I think in the last episode we're going to get a flashback to her and Pietro as kids, and they're going to be like watching like American sitcoms when their house is bombed or something like that, you know. Something like that. Yeah.
See, my theory is slightly different to yours, actually. Because Agatha Harkness is, I don't know if they're going for the same backstory or not, but she's I think she was one of the last witches of Salem. So she's fucking ancient. And I think it's going through like all the eras of sitcom because obviously, well, she's lived for thousands of years. That's
also a good point. Yeah. She has lived through all of these things and probably watched them at some point. Yeah.
So I thought that might be part of it, since she's now giving her one. By the looks of it, she's giving Wanda the visions.
Yeah,
or the ideas to create this. Whoops, it isn't.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't disagree. I think the sort of episode to episodes, like what the fuck is going on, is less, but that's just a natural thing.
I think it's less what the fuck is going on, and now where the fuck is it going?
Yeah, I know.
Yes,
with only 2 episodes left, they must be long episodes because there's still a lot to.
Well, the thing that a lot of people will be talking about this week is apparently Kevin Feige, the Marvel Grand Poobah himself, he said that this entire show would run for about 6 hours total. We've had about 3.5, which is
so we've got 2 movies coming out basically.
Well, 1 movie, but like 2.5 hours basically to go. He did say roughly 6 hours, so that you could interpret that as 5.5 hours. But
And do you think this is going to be it for WandaVision?
I don't think you get a second season. I think I heard someone mention I don't think it could directly, at least. I heard someone mention the possibility of it's the kind of thing that's not really done with TV, is like, imagine if season 2 was like 15 years from now, you know, like times moved on a lot. Like, I don't know, because I don't think you could just do like we're doing the sitcoms again, you know, like I don't know.
No, it's got to be a reason for it. Yeah,
I think this is a self-contained story. I don't think season 2 is possible.
Which is good. I think that is what it needs. I think it would be a little weird if they suddenly.
I think they're using it. It seems like it's a vehicle that they're using to set up the next kind of phase in the MCU.
Yeah,
like a small kind of.
It's a jump.
Yeah.
I love it when they do things like that.
Setter kind of thing.
Yeah.
I like really short TV series because I don't have the attention span to watch like 59 episodes of something. So I like
Lost
this
or
kind of
something.
Oh god, I can't even start Lost now. But I like that this is kind of a short little kind of gap filler but not
Yeah.
really. It actually does tell a story, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in a middle
And is it-
ground.
It's weird with that because this wasn't meant to be the start of Phase 4. Like, it was going, both Falcon and Winter Soldier and Black Widow were meant to be out before this.
That's right. Yeah.
But because of all the shit, it
Backstreet Boys reunion tour.
the Backstreet Boys reunion tour, yeah, it got pushed up and is now the entry point to Phase 4. Which, yeah,
I think
yeah,
I think it works nicely.
it does. No, I
I'm
agree.
not.
It
I'm
does.
not as excited about the Falcon and Winter Soldier one.
That, I think I'm excited about it, but it is just a bit more what you'd expect
It's
from
a bit
Marvel
more.
show. I think.
It's a bit more standard. Yeah.
Yeah,
I haven't seen the trailer yet.
yeah. It's the one I'm the least interested in, largely because this is so batshit, and Loki also looks pretty batshit.
Yeah. Yeah. I like the whole supernatural weird kind of. You know what I mean? It's got that kind of vibe about it almost. Like.
Yeah, I'm still excited about Falcon and Winter Soldier, but yeah, it's,
Yeah. Totally.
I can't wait. Should we discuss
Right.
Monica Rambeau's powers first?
Yes.
yes, that is interesting.
So
So she's definitely mutated now.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, that's about it.
yeah.
In the comics, originally she was meant to become Captain Marvel after Carol,
Yes,
but they're going for a different one. Where they're going for what's her name? Oh no,
it's not something like supersonic or something like that. Like,
Spectrum.
oh, okay.
Where she can see
Okay.
she can see spectrums of light and she can absorb kinetic energy, which is demonstrated in the show, where she slaps Wanda.
Yeah. So it's,
Yeah.
her powers are like high up there though. Eh? She can like stop
pretty strong.
Wanda from eating her at the X.
Yeah, she's pretty strong. Spectrum is pretty strong.
Yeah.
Was that what she is? Spectrum. Was that?
That's the name of the hero. Yeah, it's really cool.
So is she like the first mutant in the MCU?
If that is what it is, then if that is what it is, then yeah, I guess so. Because like I think there are characters. I mean, like Quicksilver is an X-Men, for example, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Like
Because my theory. Oh, you sorry. Was you saying?
well, the thing that's always like the reason why I always thought X-Men just needed a full on reboot instead of crossing over is that like in Marvel, like you know, like mutants as a concept is so like ingrained into that world. Like it's been a thing. Is like an allegory for racism, and it's been around since like the 60s or whatever. And like, it's such a like you know, there's always just kind of like some people are mutants, which is why it's like it wouldn't make sense if they suddenly were like, oh yeah, they've just been here in the background the entire time and we didn't tell you, you know.
Yeah.
So there are versions of the comics where Wanda, I think, is the reason mutants exist. I could be wrong about that one.
No, you're
I
right.
think I think in the comic she gets rid of all the mutants.
I think she's done both.
She's done both. Yeah.
Yeah, because
And
there was a
the-
famous. Yes.
Oh, after you.
Well, just there's that famous comic panel of her saying no more mutants and all mutants die. You know.
I'm pretty sure in the Wanda and is it Wanda and the Vision? I can't remember the name of the comics exactly, but in that line
Dunno,
she creates the mutants with the whole hex thing,
Right. Yeah.
and also
Yeah, I
Spectrum
think-
is a mutant. I googled that.
I think that I think that at the end of the show, the hex is just gonna like expand to mental amounts.
Yeah.
They're gonna try and stop it and all that, and then it'll turn people into like mutants. Like
The
I think it'll be like Hex X-Men, like instead of
Hex
you know what I
Men,
mean. I
yeah.
think it'll take the X from Hex, and then I think
Yeah.
that's how it'll come
You
about.
could be right. Like that's
That's
the thing.
That could be a
that's
cool way to do it. Like
that's kind of what I mean. It's just like the only way it would make sense to suddenly introduce mutants is either a multiverse thing or something triggers a mutation in the population of Earth.
Yeah.
And I think that feels like where they're heading now.
Yeah,
like
that would
seems like
it would make the most sense and it would be fun.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, I don't think it would be good to just be like, oh, they were here all along, by the way. We just didn't
Yeah,
show
no,
them
exactly,
in the movies.
yeah.
Like, no, that'd be shit.
I have one question about this episode.
yes.
Right, do you know when they're sitting at the crossroads?
Yes.
Yes, we've been talking about that bit actually. Yeah.
Why didn't they get out and walk?
Well, I think to some extent, there is an element of like they have to play along with the sitcom. Like the fact that Vision keeps sitting in that chair and talking to an invisible interviewer, you know, against his will, and then eventually he's just like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, why am I doing that? And then kind of flies off. I think there is an element of like the sitcom kind of manipulates them into doing what you're meant to do in a sitcom, you know?
Okay.
So I think that's the reason. And eventually he just kind of realizes that he's been fucked with.
Where does he go from there again when he flies off?
I don't think we see. I think he's heading to Wanda, and I think that's the last time we see him. Yeah.
It's a weird one.
So I guess he'll break her out of Agnes's place next episode or something.
I don't know. Because Quicksilver.
I'm glad that Wanda isn't the bad guy. I'm happy about that.
Yeah. She's definitely not been the good guy necessarily. But
but I think she is at least redeemable to the fact that Vision will still want to be with her. You know what I mean? It could have went that like Vision was just like, no, I want to die. Like I don't want to be here. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
It doesn't seem that way. So.
Should we talk about the post credit or mid credit scene? I should say.
There was a mid credit scene. That's true. I forgot.
I didn't see what. There was
a mid credit scene.
It's very, very brief. It doesn't reveal. It doesn't actually reveal much. Basically, we see Monica Rambeau discover Agatha's basement, and then Pietro turns up behind her, and then it ends. Like that's
Snip. Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, that seems to be what they're doing. Like, because the credits quite long, they seem to be putting them in the mid credits.
Has there been other mid credit scenes?
No,
not that I can think of.
There's not. There's been none.
No, okay.
This was the first one.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the thing is, right? I've got a question. Right, they can't kill Vision off or make it look like they're killing Vision off for like a fourth time because they just did it in the episode before, and I don't think anyone wants to at this point. So they're gonna just have to find a way of just making him alive again because he's become the new Sean Bean. He's too good a character to just like have him die
Kill
again.
him at every point.
Like that'd be a shit end to the show, wouldn't it?
I think there's ways you could do it. I think what's most likely is either they'll find a way to bring him back, which I think that is pretty likely, or he will die again, but in a more of like he gets a send off instead of just being killed brutally. He'll like, you know, I'm not actually alive outside of this world. The thing ends and he gets a goodbye, you know, like properly.
Even then, it'll be like, oh, again. It's like, how many times is this guy gonna like kick the bucket? It's like,
this is. I gotta be honest. This is one like I love the MCU. I love these movies. I love this world, but its problem is definitely characters staying dead. Like it has a serious problem with killing off people and then bringing them back a movie later.
I'm waiting for Tony Stark to come back.
I think that's the one that they will actually leave alone. Like they made such a big thing out of his death that I feel like they'll at least give it some time, you know.
They couldn't bring him back.
Yeah, he's still such a presence. You see Far From Home, like he's so present in that film, even without actually being there, you know.
Totally.
He's coming back though.
I think 10 years down the line they won't be able to resist. I agree, but for now, I think he is definitely gone.
He will probably be too old 10 years down the line, so they'll have to
possibly, yeah. They might de-age him. Marvel does that a lot.
Looks shit.
Or they'll do old man Tony.
Not for a whole movie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they have a lot of footage of him, you know, like, to work from.
They'll put like Hugh Jackman on him.
Yeah. I think Steve Rogers, I think like Chris Evans coming back as Captain America, I think that's more likely. But
yeah, I don't see anyone else as Captain America. He is Captain America.
Well, no, I mean more like I quite like the idea of like in later on in Phase 4, old man Steve Rogers is there as like a sort of mentor. Like he's kind of elder statesman of the Marvel universe, and he's there kind of like giving advice, and you know, like I quite like that.
That'd be a cool idea.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they definitely have a problem with death in these movies compared to something like Star Wars, which has been slagged off for this recently, given, you know, Darth Maul and also the Emperor. Those are kind of the only two examples in Star Wars, though. Most of the time when someone dies in Star Wars, they stay dead.
That's true.
So death still has an impact in those movies.
They still struggle with it though, like even with like Han dying. they couldn't resist bringing him back for like one scene in Skywalker. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like they
Yeah,
can't,
but-
like even if they don't bring him back, like physically, they just can't resist having a wee. Just
I know.
like,
Also, Force
I-
ghosts are a thing.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like they have ways of having them still in it, but at least they do actually die. That's the thing.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Compared to Marvel, where they have that problem a lot.
And
I know,
before
for
Luke
Rise of
comes back for the
Skywalker.
next one.
For Rise of Skywalker, they were just like, Harrison, come on, give you a cheeky 5 mil per one scene, 2 minutes of your time. Come on, Moon. We cheeky 5 mil,
Come back.
5.5. Aye,
What the
alright,
fuck?
make you a cuppa.
One the fuck, Harrison. Don't be white, Harrison.
Don't be white.
Don't be white.
Shite bag if you didn't.
If you didn't. This is very culturally specific to Scotland. What we're saying right now.
We're just gonna have to teach them all.
Shite bag if you didn't. Well, is there anything else to talk about in this one?
I will have a look. What's the
Agatha
picture?
is the villain. We've talked about. Yeah, I don't think Agatha will be the final villain. The final boss.
Yeah,
Fuck,
so
boss.
I think she's delivering the demon spawn to the rightful owners, is what I think.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But it's a shame because
Yeah.
I don't think they've got a clue. I think they do think that they are Wanda's children, and they are Wanda's children, but they're definitely
We still haven't
mixed
met
up
Ralph.
something else. I know. I think Ralph. What I think is that Ralph is Mephisto or something, and they are like a duo, like
Oh.
like Mephisto is her husband or something. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's what
I
I
do.
think.
I do love the idea that Marvel's Satan is called Ralph. There's something really funny about that.
What was it I called him? What was it I called him that one episode?
You called him Brian or something. Like definitely the wrong name.
It's great.
Big Bry.
Big Bry.
Yeah. So what I'm curious about is if her children can exist outside the hex, and I'm assuming they can.
Yeah,
and that's
they can.
If that's the whole point. But do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they seem powerful in their own way, especially the one with her powers. Whichever one that may be. Well, yes, but as in Tommy or Billy.
I wonder
Who
if they
cares?
have if they're going to be in like future movies and stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I've actually forgotten the other one's name.
Someone is drilling outside of my window. So. Yeah.
I think that's everything.
I think that's the main points anyway. Yeah.
Any speculation for the next episode?
Don't know.
What do you think may happen?
There's going to be
or-
some now that Rambo's
Any
got
predictions?
her powers. Yeah, now that Rambo's got her powers, her and Vision are going
like
to team up
Specky Spectrum.
to try and save the kids or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Rambo, Vision, and Wanda will be up against Mephisto or something. Do you know what I mean? Like it's going to be something like that.
I have a batshit theory for the last episode.
Okay.
Doctor Strange is going to make an appearance.
This is the thing: is that the show's director Matt Shackman has said that there is a major cameo,
I think it's
In
going to
the
be
show.
Doctor Strange.
and I think it was Paul Bettany implied that it wasn't Evan Peters.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That's
We
And
my,
don't
I
mind
my theory.
do really want the last episode to just be that the hex just like fucking expands and that just like everyone just gets turned into mutants and stuff, and
The
it
whole
shows you like
world
people
is
like waking
gone.
up with powers and stuff. I think that'd
Yeah.
be amazing.
I've got one
and
other.
I'm building up too much in my head. So if it doesn't happen, I'm just gonna go so shit.
I've got
Yeah.
one other theory that's batshit insane that it might be.
Okay.
Since they're talking about the mutants and stuff, what if it's Patrick Stewart?
Oh my god,
Could be.
How cool would that be?
that would be cool. You're
Just
getting
at the
back
end,
into
he's like,
multiverse stuff
"Hello,
there, but
Wanda."
yeah.
That has been speculated as well. Okay.
I know.
Yeah.
So that's my two
you're-
predictions.
What about
You're getting back into multiverse stuff there, but yeah.
what about right? Josh Krasinski as
John Krasinski.
whatever his name is.
Josh Krasinski. Josh Brolin, fuck it.
As who? Sorry.
As a, would you call it thingy?
Reed
Patrick
Richards. Oh,
Oh, that's Xavier.
Yeah.
Oh, Xavier.
They just shaved
in a
John
wheelchair.
Krasinski.
That's what I mean. Just John Krasinski in a wheelchair.
He just,
Oh my God.
Yeah,
And then he just does, the episode ends, he just does the look at the camera. And then it just ends. You're like, what?
he just turns up on screen and everyone's like, oh.
What the fuck?
That's what I want.
Oh my
It's like a
God.
side view. You see him, you can't really see who it is. And then you're like, wait, who is that? Who's this bald guy? And then he just fucking turns around and does the look.
Oh God.
I love it. It's not even James McAvoy.
Oh no, it's a completely different character.
I don't know.
Oh my
Danny
God.
DeVito is Xavier. There you go.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Just some random actor. Just like
Danny DeVito
man.
as Storm. Completely fucking destroy it.
Oh man.
Anyway.
Yeah. My crazy batshit theory is we still have one more sitcom episode to go. Apparently, we're gonna get a Simpsons episode. That's my big theory. We're gonna get fully animated WandaVision for this next episode.
I
just
mean,
with
that would
no
be cool as
explanation.
fuck.
hang on, guys.
Yeah.
I've got it. Right, end of the show. Right, it's gonna be wheelchair. Xavier turns around. It's gonna be Rick Astley.
Oh no, no.
And then it's gonna end. It's gonna end on the whole cast doing like a pure like dance to and sing to Never Gonna Give You Up.
I
To-
want this.
To explain to the rest of the world they gave up on Rickrolling 15 years ago, these two have been Rickrolling me recently and it's driving me insane. Oh man.
I want that to be real now.
Yeah. Anyway. Yes, that was episode 7, breaking the fourth wall of Marvel's Chucklevision. It has been it's another good episode.
Well, WandaVision. Well, WandaVision.
Yes. Yeah. Let us know what you thought of this episode. If you want to get in contact, you can do just that at our email, which is saltrivermovieclub@gmail.com, or our Facebook page, which is Salt River Pictures, or our Instagram, which is Salt River Pictures Official.
Tell us your batshit theories.
Yeah, messages on there, comment on posts. You know, we're doing a lot of stuff over there. Also, just want to say cheers to. We gained something like 70 new likes on Facebook over the last week or so, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
So hello to all of you who might be listening. Yes. If you are new, this is not one of our usual episodes. We do movie episodes once every 2 weeks, where we sit down and watch a movie together. Some of us watching it for the first time and just chat shit about it afterwards, just to say what we thought. I don't know when. So I think the Godzilla episode will have just come out.
Day of recording.
Yes. So the next episode is the Parasite episode, which is in 2 weeks after the Godzilla one. It's all very complicated, but yes, there will be 2 more of these WandaVision episodes coming in the next 2 weeks as the show comes out. If you want to subscribe on whatever we're available in whatever podcast service you want, on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, all that shit, and you can also listen on our YouTube channel, which is also Salt River Pictures, and you can also like us, review us, and all that stuff. Shite bag if you didn't.
Yes, I was waiting for it.
Yeah, don't be weird.
Just lose any following that we had. Just goes, nah.
Nah, these guys are weapons, man.
2 Glaswegian for me.
Yeah, I'm leaving.
Yeah. So yes, that's all that. I don't have a quote. Fuck, I keep forgetting. Like, fuck the quotes. I can't be fucked with this anymore. I forget every.
Oh, you could do
every
Agatha.
single
You
week.
could do Agatha.
Okay.
Shit,
Yes, thank you for listening. All that stuff. We'll see you in at least a week. I killed Sparky.
Hello there.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Stay on target.
This podcast is brought to you by Salt River Pictures.